Alright guys, down here at the bottom right, we've got one of our Zerg players spawning as red most likely. It's GLSnute. And at the top left, one of our players from China. It's F91.
Yeah, I was very surprised actually that F91 lost against Zigua in the main tournament, because I've always felt that F91 was like Mr. Big Shot in China.
Yeah.
Even though, of course, in StarCraft 2, Zigua made a little bit more of a name for himself, but F91 looked really good the first day, so I felt like, okay, he's probably like starting to get really good in StarCraft 2 already. And man, like, I casted Zigua barely 2 months ago in the Intax 3 Masters Global Challenge in China, and he really wasn't good. Like, I'm not trying to bash him or anything, but anybody who would have watched those games, observed those games, would have said like, okay, this guy is not a top 50 Zerg in Europe. And what happened to him? And 2 months later, he's like a freaking god, and he's standing in the World Cyber Games Grand Final.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing a great job, and you know, I haven't really seen much window into this guy's play, so I'm really impressed to see him just kind of pop in here and do a good job. I didn't expect him to do this well.
Absolutely insane. I saw his games against Titan this in the semi-final early today, and even though I really think it was not a good series by Titan is much better than he played in those games, it's still Zigua who punished him for it straight away and made things happen, and really impressed.
Looks like we're going to see a hatchery first from F91. Fairly risky to do on this map, especially since his opponent has gone gas first here, but he should be okay. He does have that high ground ramp. If he scouts correctly and makes a spine crawl at the top of the ramp, he should be able to defend just well enough.
Yes, indeed. We're going to see how it's going to turn out. I see our other commentator has joined us as well, who has been casting a lot of League of Legends throughout the entire game day. Well, this is game 3 between F91 and GLSnute, as you guys can see on the scoreboard. The score is 1-1. We are still playing best of 3, so it's match point for either side.
Yeah. And, well, I'm thinking that we're going to see a Baneling Nest go down fairly soon for GLSnute. Once he scouts the hatch first, his Overlord's almost there right now.
Yep, speed as well. Speed's just started right now for GLSnute. I'm really curious to see how much pressure he's going to put on F91. On Metalo, he really didn't wait a very long time to get his feet wet, or so, to say the least, because he went for it, and he went for it all out. He never really stopped, even though in one moment he did drone up a little bit behind it. If he wouldn't have done it, it would have probably even been a shorter game than it was in the end. And I think we're going to see a similar play style from GLSnute. And wow, he's getting he's not getting Baneling speed before Baneling Nest before speed, but still a relatively quick Baneling Nest.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to do that when you scout the hatchery, because like I said earlier, your opponent has more production than you. If he just makes only Zerglings and attacks you, if you don't have a Baneling Nest, you'll lose. He's got to be very cautious about that. And I think GLSnute's playstyle is really just to constantly attack and be aggressive, and it's worked really well for him so far, so I like that he's choosing to go for it again in this third game. Yeah,
I was watching his play live a little bit. I was actually quite impressed, because it's the first time I ever met GLSnute, and he seems like a really quick player. Like, his hands are really fast, his multitasking is fast, his camera movement is fast. I was like pretty impressed by it, so I'm not surprised that this is a playstyle that he executes in nearly every game, because if you're able to execute it on the highest level, why not go for it?
Yeah, he's actually just going to hide a few Banelings here. He's already making a hatchery back at home. He's not all in with this at all. He wants to put this pressure on, they continue to drone up behind it. He's done a great job with that.
Yeah, we have those two Banelings morphing in. F91 playing very, very similar, getting a really quick Baneling Nest on himself as well, even before he's getting Zergling speed. Here come the Zerglings, and oh, F91, you're going to have to be careful with your Zerglings, and he is pretty careful, but he's going to lose his Queen.
Oh man, losing that Queen is so bad for F91. He needs that Queen to keep up with the production.
And not only that, he needs that Queen to wall off his ramp as well, because obviously GLSnute is going to have more units, at least in this phase of the game.
Oh man, he may lose a second Queen here, as well as a Spine Crawler, both very exposed right now.
Wow, this is F91 in a world of trouble. This might actually just be curtains.
He could just kill him here.
Queen. Here come the Zerglings in the main base right now. F91 is producing quite a few Zerglings. He has a few Banelings over here as well, but he's at least going to end up losing a couple of drones.
Oh, not even using the Banelings there. Oh, all the larva taken out. Oh, man.
So cool by GLSnute. I actually haven't really seen it all that much in ZVZ.
Yeah, it's becoming much more popular. It's so good to do that, especially when you have a little lead, like you kill the queens, and he has no larva. Then what's he going to do? He can't do anything.
He can produce 2 units right now. He's already down 6 supply, and he's going to be down even more. Even more surprised that F91 was not even producing a queen. Just now he produced his first queen again. Must have had no money at all because of splitting those drones, those Banelings. Actually, horrible detonations right there by F91, and this just might be it.
Yeah, it may very well be. Oh, killing a ton of Zerglings at the top of the ramp. The Spine going to go down as well, and with that Spine Crawler falling, much better production from GLSnute. I think this may be the end of the game.
Units killed 25-25, but the units that GLSnute killed were just a little bit more important, of course, with those queens. One queen is almost going to spawn once again, but it might be an unfortunate moment. Nice round right there on the drone. Here comes the Baneling.
The one Baneling could damage all these drones. He's not even mining right now, Rotterdam. Yeah. I can't see him coming back. The queen falls immediately.
Yep, very good job right now with Snute, just chasing down those drones. I think he did lose his Baneling in the long run. F91 is going to try to pull his drones just to hang in there a little bit longer. Wow, nice exchange right there by Snute, using that single circling on the Baneling, and he's going to do the same thing all over again.
Yeah, it looks like that Baneling trying to run away, not quite going to get away. But yeah, with these Banelings finishing, he's actually going to kill these Zerglings, and the game should end from there. I mean, I just feel like he didn't control his queens well enough. He did not handle the situation well. GG!
GG is what F91 calls indeed. So Snute, a little bit of a fist bump right there. Quite a bit of a relief. Man, he's happy with his laptop.
Yeah, I would be happy too, man. I want one of those laptops.
Yeah, I'm going to ask one too. I think I'll get one. Maybe I can play a Supermatch as well.
Yeah, man, I don't know who's gonna, you and I can play against each other, but like, I don't know who's going to cast it.
No, that's okay. We can get Tyson and Toast, man. They do that.
They could do it, or I guess we could get like F91 and Snute to cast it together in 2 different languages.
I'm not sure how friendly that's going to be. I think F91 is not on good terms with Snute anymore. Well, that was a nice series with ZVZ. Congratulations to Snute, of course, for winning the Samsung Notebook. I was Rotterdam. With me was not Wolf, not Doa, but Wolf.
Yeah, it's Wolf, guys. Don't worry.
And yeah, I think we'll be right back with one more stock of the Supermatch in just like 5 to 10 minutes, I guess, between Chobo, I believe, or Hobo from Malaysia.
Kobo from Malaysia.
I was close.
Cytoplasm from Norway.
Sweden.